What's good? What's good? This your boy Tommy D from the Bronx. I'm here with my co-host, my man D Free, and today we're just gonna do something a little bit different. I mean, last night I came back after a while. We talked a little Notre Dame football because they won. Today we're gonna talk a little baseball. Earlier today we got some bad news. One of baseball's legends, one of baseball's goats. In my opinion, top five greatest baseball player of all time, Rickey, the man of steel, Henderson. And we're going to talk about him. I'll play some clips, some highlights that I found, and we'll talk about his stats and what he did for the game of baseball. But before I do that, I'm going to set up my Facebook feed, and I'm going to bring it over to my man D Free. What's good, D Free?
What's going on? What's going on?
Chilling, man. First of all, foremost, how you feel a day after Notre Dame's big win?
I'm actually I'm still excited. Especially after I saw how some of the teams played today. I was like, yeah, Notre Dame, they might have a nice little run to these daggone championships. So I'm a little excited.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, I think they got a shot against Georgia. Georgia's no pushover. Georgia's a really good team. But I think they got a shot. I actually thought all the games played the way I thought it was, except this game playing now with Tennessee and Ohio State. I thought Tennessee could beat Ohio State, but Ohio State's laying the wood on Tennessee. So
Yeah, they did. They did.
yeah, and then you got whatchamacallit, Penn State and SMU, I thought they're kind of the same thing. SMU did pretty well the first half, but the turnovers killed them. Like they were moving the ball well, and then they just made stupid turnovers, and then Penn State scored like 21 points off those three turnovers. Two of them were interceptions for touchdowns. So,
Yeah.
but I'm excited. I'm excited. Now you got the top 8 teams automatically set for the quarterfinals. And we'll see what happens then. We got some interesting matchups. It looks like Ohio State's going to face, I think, Oregon. That's a rematch of earlier in the year. Does Penn State plays Boise State, I believe, and Texas plays. Who does Texas play?
I'm not sure who Texas play.
Texas plays. Oh man, I can't. Damn, who does Texas play? I'm missing a team.
Alabama wasn't in it this year, right?
Nah, they don't. So Texas played one of the top 4. So it's Oregon, Georgia, Boise, and who was the 4th seed? Oh, Arizona State.
Arizona State.
Yeah, Arizona State. So I expect Texas to win that game. So it'll be interesting games. Let me see who's in the chat. My man Jose Diaz. Jose Diaz, the link is in the chat. If you want to come through, I know you know baseball too, and I know you know a lot of Rickey Henderson. You could come up as well. And we're gonna start to cook a little about Rickey Henderson. But Rickey Nelson Henley Henderson, he's born in Chicago, Illinois. And he was born back in he was born on Christmas. Born Christmas 1958, December 25th. Born in Chicago, Illinois. Was a professional baseball player. He played 24 seasons, which is insane. The old school baseball players, they played for a very long time, and then considering the contracts out now with baseball players, they got like 20-year contracts anyway, so they're supposed to stick around for 20 years. But as far as being great and playing on top of your game for 20 years, it's not, it's unheard of at times, unless you're like Cal Ripken and unless you're like Rickey Henderson. Rickey Henderson was great, and he still produced even later in his career. I think he played till he was like 43 years old. Early 40s, he was still playing baseball at a high level. One of the things I remember about Rickey, besides him being one of the best leadoff hitters of all time, was the snap catch. He played left field. And I think he played center field a couple of times. I think for the Red Sox, he played center field for a little bit. I wanted Sock to come up, but Sock's a little busy, so he couldn't come talk. Sock knows a lot about baseball too. But the snap catch, I don't know if anybody remembers the snap catch. He would like swipe it and then hit his leg. Like he was a fastball ball player. Like he was he was he was a flashy before what these players do now. Like he had the home run trot, which was, he used to always like pop his collar and pull like his shirt and do like a little hop step. And then, sometimes he would toss the bat, after the home run. He would show pitches sometimes too. He brought style and swag to the game of baseball, and he played hard. And the nickname, the Man of Steel, like in Superman, the Man of Steel, Steel. He was the Man of Steel, Steal, because he was the stolen base king. He broke the records for stolen bases in a single season and all time in his career. So he broke the record of Bobby Bonds, and Lou Brock was a stolen base king, but Bobby Bonds was more of like, Barry Bonds' dad, I believe, is Bobby Bonds. He was more of the he stole bases. He's a leadoff hitter as well, and I believe the record for leadoff home runs, which is obviously set by Rickey Henderson. We're gonna go over those stats in a minute. He broke Bobby Bonds' record. So it's kind of like Bobby Bonds, and then came Rickey, and then came like Ken Griffey Jr., but Ken Griffey Jr. wasn't a leadoff hitter. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, Rickey Henderson. I'll just go over some of the one of the records, the big record, right? Stolen bases, 1,406 stolen bases. He broke Lou Brock's record. Lou Brock, 938 stolen bases. Think about that. That's what is that? 500. That's almost 500 stolen bases more than the next guy, the second place guy. That's pretty insane. That's pretty sick. And everybody was stealing bases then. You had guys like Vince Coleman was another guy that used to steal bases, who would get like 100 stolen bases a year, like for like 2 or 3 years in a row. I think at one point, I think he also played for the Cardinals as well as Lou Brock. Lou Brock played for the Cardinals. Rickey played for a bunch of teams. I first started like watching Rickey was with the Yankees, right? He played the Yankees in the mid 80s. He was on the same team as Dave Winfield and Don Mattingly. When the Yankees weren't as good, but they could hit, they just never didn't have any pitching. So that's when I first got a taste of Rickey Henderson was with the Yankees. But he's more known to playing with the Oakland Athletics. He played with Oakland. I think that was his first team. And then he ended up going back to Oakland as well after the Yankees. And he played for multiple. He played for the Mets, the Padres, the Dodgers, the Red Sox. I think he played for Arizona. He played for a lot of different teams. So this is Terrence DeBard. He says, Bonds, Griffey, and Rickey were pure electricity on the field. Rest in heaven, Mr. Henderson. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, those are three great players you just said right there, so – Angel Diaz, Lou Brock was special. Absolutely. Lou Brock was very special. Let's see, my man. PYP Boxer, what's going on, bro? I saw Rickey Henderson live in 1988, doubleheader against Cleveland and Oaktown. Jose hit 2 home runs. Jose Canseco and Mark McGwire hit 1. Nice. And the Kissing Bandit came out. Okay. The kiss. Nice. That's what's up. Yeah, man. But let me go over some of the clips that I got. Let me see if I get it. So I said he was the stolen base king. Let me just see. I didn't monetize this because I know I took these videos off YouTube, so I know I'd get in trouble. So I'm not going to get in trouble now for playing these. But hold on. Let's go to this. This is one of the famous.
I would like to thank God for giving me that opportunity. I want to thank the Haas family, the Oakland organization, the city of Oakland, and all y'all beautiful fans for supporting me. First of all, I would like to thank my mom, my family, friend, and loved one for their support. I want to give my appreciation to the late Tom Trevorhard and the late Billy Martin. Billy Martin was a great manager. He was a great friend to me. I love you, Billy. I wish he was here. Luke Brock was the symbol of great base stealing. But today, I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
Yeah, that was Rickey Henderson after he broke the record, Lou Brock's record of 9. I think he got 939 stolen bases that game. I think he stole third base, which is the toughest base to steal actually home is his toughest base to steal, but after that with third base, so he stole third base to break the record, which is pretty impressive as well. Third base is an easier throw for the catcher to make to third base than it is to second base, so that's why I say it's a much harder to steal third. Else Angel Diaz was trying to hop on. Angels, try again, and I'll add you back. He's going to come on and talk a little baseball. Angel Diaz knows a bit about baseball. But, yeah, and, stolen base is not about being fast. I mean, you got to be quick, but it's a certain skill set to stealing bases, right? You got to, do your homework on the pitchers that are pitching. You got to get a good jump. You got to get a good lead, a good jump, sometimes it's a gamble too, because sometimes a pitcher may pitch out. And matter of fact, I believe, and I think I'm gonna show this video next. I believe this video I'm about to play, he broke the record for most stolen bases in a single season, and I believe it was a pitch out. And there's it's been known that Rickey used to tell people that he was about to steal when he was on base. I mean, what's more flashy than that? Like, to talk trash right as the play's out, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to steal on you," and still stole on the pitcher and catcher. That's insane. That's how good Rickey Henderson was, man. D, for you, I don't know if you have any stories about Rickey. If you want to share before I play this video.
No. You go ahead and play it. You go ahead and play it.
Okay, so let me just play this one real quick.
I didn't feel the tag, but I thought that if he made the tag in front of the bag, and he hit me on the back. The biggest question was the umpire in position for us to call the play to see what my hand hit the bag before he hit me on the back? I think he was in front of the base.
What's good, Angel Diaz? What's going on, bro? Oh, it's not. What year is that?
1982, 1983. This
nice
rookie.
Oh man, that's awesome! Wow, I know. I forget you collect the cards too. Oh, that's what's up.
I got this one right here. Ernie Banks.
Oh, Ernie Banks. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, bro.
Nice. So, do you have any memories of Rickey Henderson or anything you remember of him? Like, that comes to mind.
He was fast. That's what I can tell you.
He was quick, man. He was fast, but let me. Oh wow, which one? Who's that? Oh, that's my guy. That's Clemente.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that I'll give one to you, and I'll give one to Cano.
Takano, okay. That's what's up.
Special.
That's
was special.
Man, Clemente was special. Obviously, his career cut short. In the plane crash, he was going to go do charity work, right? And
he was trying to help people.
Yeah. Let me show you. I'm going to show you this one. This is a one against the Royals. He's done this so many times. I was trying to find the one in the World Series against Eckersley, but let me. This is one where he hit a home run and he kind of showboated. This one, it's not that flashy, but he used to do this pretty much every time. Hold up.
An even 200 with a single he picked up in the first inning and a walk he drew in the third. That one, a towering fly ball to left field. It is deep. It is back. He's repaid him a 3-run homer.
You think let's see, Rick. Yep, grab the shirt. Yep, style. Style, Rickey.
He didn't run too far in foul territory, did he?
Yo, let me think about this. He was the fastest man when he was stealing bases, but he was slow as hell after he had a home run rounding those bases. He took his sweet time coming around the bases on a home run, man. That's crazy. I mean, Rickey was the man. Defensively, he was good too.
Yeah. He has the most lead-off home runs in when you first at bat in baseball, right?
Yeah, yes, yes, he
Am I?
does. He has the most leadoff
Oh,
bats. I'm gonna go over that in a minute. Let me go. Let me show you one defensive play here where he robs route Cal Ripken of a home run. Wrong video. Sorry.
You know, Blylemon 1 year threw 50 up in the Homer Dome.
That's hit to deep left field. Henderson back to the wall. Rickey leaps and makes the catch and takes a home run away from Cal Ripken. Highway robbery in left field.
Well, right out of Rickey Henderson's book. Looked like Cal got enough of it, even though it was up the bat a little bit. But he doesn't even hit that ball this well. Looks like it got it up on the trademark, and you get an idea of how far the ball does go here at Camden Yards, and you also get an idea of the agility and fielding skill of Rickey Henderson. So he beats you with his legs, his glove, and his bat.
Fabulous maneuver on the part.
Did you see the hops? Like that was no cheap robbery. Like he had to get up there. I mean,
no, let's be honest. Look, the best defensive player, shortstop, Ozzie Smith. The best offensive hitter, Ernie Banks as a shortstop.
yeah,
That's the truth.
Ozzie Smith. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
the
Ozzie-
Wizard. Ozzie Smith, the best defensive shortstop by far. Not by far, because you know one guy who I thought was really good at shortstop. He didn't get that much shine because he wasn't really a good hitter. And I know you remember him. Is Omar Vizquel. I thought Omar Vizquel was great defensively.
He had hands.
Yeah.
No, look, I'm gonna shoot you a video of this young second baseman. Bro, he gets the I think I shot it to you already. He gets the baseball and he gets it in his glove. He doesn't even use his arm. He just swings it to the shortstop. Then they switch up that that double to get the 2 outs.
They get the double play.
He's
Okay.
young. But he's young and he's already doing this.
Oh, I gotta check that out. I gotta
He's
check that.
Dominicano.
Yeah, okay.
He's Dominican. I'll show you to you. I'll show you to you on Instagram.
It's not.
You
It's not.
gotta see
He's a prospect, or is he like somebody?
Oh, he's
because-
already in the pros. Yeah.
It's not Acuna, right? Acuna from the Mets, because Acuna's brother is really good.
I think he's in the Cardinals. No, but
Oh,
you gotta see
okay.
his glove work.
Okay.
You gotta see the Angels because I know it was red. You gotta see his glove work. Jesus.
Okay,
Christ,
okay.
This guy is. Some people just got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some
And he
people
was.
just.
Let
Look,
me.
I went to high school. I went to high school with Alex Rodriguez. Alex Rodriguez,
Really?
you know what his problem? Yeah, his problem was you're trying too hard. Stay back. You're gonna get one pitch in the at bat that you're gonna hit. You're gonna hit the pitcher's pitch, or you're gonna hit your pitch. Alex was always trying too hard. Let me ask you a question now. Let me ask you, what happened with Soto?
So,
What happened with
the Mets paid the most money. What do you mean, as far as like
But
why
they
the
had-
Yankees didn't get him?
I would have signed them back up because you know why? Even Soto, he brings people to the yard.
Yeah,
He brings people to the feet.
he does. But I don't think. I think the Yankees did try. They were $5 million short per year, so it's still pretty high. I just don't think the Mets were gonna get outbid. That guy Cohen, that owner of the Mets, he's gonna spend money. He's like the new Steinbrenner. I don't think they're gonna outbid him. If the Yankees would have went higher, the Mets would have went higher. Like I think that was they tried, but at the end of the day, Soto held up free agency hostage. He kept them hostage. So like all the other free agents out there, they didn't make no moves. They were waiting to see where Soto goes. You still got Judge. They have to pay a lot of money. Giancarlo's contract is still big. Who's the other guy that's been getting paid? Rodon's getting paid a lot of money. Garrett Cole's getting paid a lot of money. Now they just took on. They signed 1 year to Goldsmith. I think they're trying to save money to get Vlad Guerrero Jr. next year.
the lefty, Guerrero Jr.
Yeah,
Black son. Yeah,
yeah.
bro, he
He's
can
gonna
hit the
yeah,
he
he's gonna be a
breaks
free
that.
agent next year. So I think the
He
Yankees are
hit
going to try to get him. Now, remember, I don't know if people know this, but like last year, the year before, and before that, Vlad said he would never play for the Yankees. But this season in the summer, when Toronto was kind of out of it, he said he'll accept the trade to the Yankees if they want it. So he changed his tune. So let's see what happens in free agency next year. But he didn't want to. Yeah, money talks, absolutely. So, but he didn't want to play for the Yankees. He said he would play with any team but the Yankees. That was like Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. said he would never play for the Yankees too, and there was a reason before that because his father played with the Yankees, and he used to bring his son to the games, and I think something happened where they didn't let him come out in the dugout or something, and he was like he'll never play for the Yankees ever. So
they disrespected it.
yeah, they did. So let me go to the chat real quick. Let me see my man. 88. So his batting stance was unique. Yeah, he did have a unique batting stance as well. PYP Boss, Rickey Henderson is one of the best running. That's right. He was good in football too. Running back linebackers in the country, had multiple offers for college. His mom picked the A's, and it was a great choice because you're not going to get beat up playing baseball as much. Like opposite of that, Kyler Murray was really nice in baseball, but he chose football. Because as a quarterback, you're going to get paid more money. So here's go. He said once he would have chose football, but mom wanted him to play baseball. So thank God for his mom put him in baseball because he was a phenomenal baseball player. Now, obviously, this is debatable, but I have Rickey Henderson as top 5 greatest baseball players ever, and I have him top 5 definitely as baseball players I've seen in my lifetime. So, I mean, a lot of people, they talk about the past, they talk about the 60s, 50s, all those great hitters, but I didn't see them play. And they were facing nothing but fastballs and changeups. They weren't really facing curveballs and all the pitches that you see today. You know what I'm saying? So, and you didn't have all the homework and all the video where you could see, what the pitchers are doing in certain situations. So the game is definitely different than it is than what it was back then. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'll go by my lifetime.
When you show a pitcher how to throw a splitter, that's sick to hit.
Oh man.
No, guys.
The split finger fastball is a tough pitch to hit, but it's hard to control. So if you can't control that pitch, you could be wild. It's hard to control.
I'm telling you, when I was in high school, my knuckles used to hurt when I used to throw that. But I wasn't a pitcher. I was a center fielder.
Center fielder? Nice. Yeah, I played the outfield too. I played left and center. And but I never tried. Have you ever tried to do the snap catch like Rickey? You know how Rickey used to take the glove and just swipe at it and then bang his right leg? I did that only when I played softball. I would do that. I would never do that playing hardball because it's different. Softball is a little bit easier.
I have a friend of mine that's hitting home runs. It's as long as a football field, 100 yards. But he's big, Thomas. He's big.
Wow.
He's big. Yeah. This guy's like 300 pounds.
Jesus.
But he laces up.
Yeah, what position he played?
No. He's just playing softball with us.
Yeah. Okay. Because softball it's an old man's game pretty much.
Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna be 49 December 20.
Okay.
Oh, and you forgot? Yes.
What's so funny? I'm 40. I'm gonna be 48.
No, I'm laughing at the chat. What you got up there right now?
Oh, he said Rickey. Oh, he says Rickey. He stole 5 bases on July 20, 1989. My cousin Nick Martinez stole 5 car stereo.
He sold 5 car stereos the same month.
Oh, that is excellent. Who's that? Is that Lou Brock?
No, George Gibson. Y mira, Cepeda.
Wow. So you keep
bro,
them. You keep them in the plastic.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at
I was
this.
gonna say because see, I
Look
see the
at
plastic.
Morgan.
Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely
Morgan.
wasn't laughing at your age, Thomas. I'll be 49 next month.
yeah. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because because we said he was saying he's gonna be 49, and I said softball's an old man's game, which it is. Like out here, a lot of the old guys, they get teams, they play softball. So
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, I heard both of y'all play outfield in baseball.
yeah.
I used to play the bleachers. I sit right there and watch. I used to play the bleachers.
Well, I played the outfield because I was fast. I mean, I was short, but I was fast. I used to run track until I got kicked out of school.
I
So
used to run track, but I never got into baseball. Like I play softball. Like with my family, we have softball games every cookout when we do 4th of July, Memorial Day. We have softball games, Labor Day. But I just never got into baseball. I think the main thing that I did, the reason why I didn't get into baseball was my my football coach, my high school football coach. We was talking one day, and somebody had said something. They were like, "Coach, didn't you lose a nut?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Why would you even say something?" You're like, "Yeah, I did lose a testicle. He got hit in the groin by 110 mile per hour ball at the batting cage. They had put the machine on, and he was going up to help the one of the players with their stands, but somebody turned the machine on while he was walking, and it hit him right in the groin. I was like, wow. Oh no, I said, oh my bad. I said 110. I meant 100 miles per hour fastball, not 100. 100 miles per hour fastball, and he lost one of his testicles.
That's insane.
I said, no, I'm not doing that. If that joint can make you lose a testicle, I'm like, no, I'm good.
He said, I ain't doing that. Yo, that's crazy. Let's go over this real quick. So Rickey Henderson he played for a bunch of teams. So he played with Oakland, he played with the Yankees, he played with the Blue Jays, as you saw. He played with Oakland like 3 times. He played with Oakland 3 times. He played Oakland from 1979 to 84. And then after the Yankees, he played in 1989 to 93. And then he played after he played 1 year with the Blue Jays, went back to Oakland for like 2 years, went to the Padres, played with the Angels. 4 times with Oakland. He played with Oakland in 1998, played with the Mets 2 years, the Mariners, the Padres, Red Sox, and Dodgers. And then he was I think he was a hitting coach, or he was a bench coach with the Mets. But he was a 10-time All-Star. He won the World Series 2 times, both with Oakland, in 1989 with Oakland, and in 1993. Oh no, he was on the Blue Jays. He was on the Blue Jays in 1993 with Joe Carter. Joe Carter was on that team. He was the MVP in 1990. He's American League Championship MVP in 1989. He surprisingly only 1 Golden Glove, and that was in 1981, which is surprising to see because he was a good outfielder. So wow, only 1 Golden Glove, 3-time Silver Slugger Award. He got 12 times. He was the league leader in stolen bases, and obviously he's in the Hall of Fame. He's got the record for the most stolen bases. He actually has the record for the most careers runs scored and the most stolen bases in a single season. I do not know why they don't count leadoff hitter. That is a record as well. He, as a leadoff hitter, meaning like Angel was saying earlier on, to begin the game, not lead off in an inning, to lead off the game, he's got 81 home runs to lead off the game. 73 in the American League, not 8 in the National League. The next closest player is George Springer, who's actually active, is an active player right now, who actually plays with Toronto. He's got 57. So, and then after that, it's Alfonso Soriano and Craig Biggio, who don't play. And Mookie Betts has 49. He's still playing right now. So that's tough. That means you got to lead off the game with a home run. By far, not only he was the greatest stolen base stealer, he was the greatest leadoff hitter ever in Major League Baseball.
Yep. Wait, Vince Coleman, how many stolen bases did he have?
I know Vince Coleman, I think he had a record for most consecutive years over 100 or something. I have to look it up. But Vince Coleman, I'm going to look it up in a minute. But let me salute my man, Ack Reacher, the Jab Jamboree. And let me just put this up here because my man is having the stolen car radios. That was excellent. Let me see what that was classic. Cal Ripken, Rickey Henderson, Ozzie Newsome, Derek Jeter, Omar Vizquel, my top shortstops. Yeah, obviously Jeter but defensively, yeah. And I mentioned, I don't know if you heard me, I did mention Omar Vizquel as one of the best defensive shortstops next to Ozzie Smith. Those are the top two, in my opinion, defensively, the best shortstops. Who's that? I can't see.
Jerry Rice.
No 49ers here. No 49ers here. we don't want any 49ers here. Hey, Joe, no, we don't like the 49ers over here. But Jerry Rice is the GOAT.
Jerry Rice and Montana are the only two 49ers you could talk about.
Yeah, because Joe Montana was at the
Notre Dame.
Let me see. I'm going to look up Vince Coleman's stats. I tell you one thing I remember about Vince Coleman. He was the one. He got in trouble for throwing firecrackers at someone. I don't know. It was something that was big. Like this was like in 1995 or something like that. He threw a firecracker or something. He got in trouble for doing something crazy with fireworks. So, but let me look up Vince Coleman real quick because I thought he broke a record too. So his first 3 years, as a pro. And in 85 through 87, he stole over 100 bases. So he had 110 in 85, 107 in 1986, and 109 in 1987. And then he was the league leader in stolen bases his first 6 years in baseball. So from 1985 to 1990, he was the league leader. Now, there's years that people don't steal bases like that. It's unheard of where you hear a guy steal 100 bases now in the Major League Baseball. I haven't seen it, but he led the league with, those three that I mentioned, and he led the league with 65 in 1989. So I think that's a record.
I think the most stolen bases right now is probably like 30 or 40 in a season.
No, there's some. I think it's about 60 something. Because Ohtani I think made 40-40. Right? Angel, do you know did Ohtani 40-40 this year?
He gave him $700 million.
Yeah, but a ridiculous contract. But I think the stolen base leader this year had like 60.
Yeah, it's not even 100. But you know what? I'll tell you one thing about Ohtani. He's 0 for 5 against my guy, the Cuban Rocket. He can't hit Chapman. Can't touch him.
Oh, no, he can't. Surprisingly, right? Yeah, Chapman.
That's special. No, that guy and he's from Japan or he's from China?
Yeah, he's Japanese, I think, Ohtani, yeah. So the league leader in stolen bases was the Dominican Ella Cruz. He has 67. Ellie Dela Cruz and Ohtani had 59.
Ohtani's a big person too. To move that body, Jesus. No,
and wait till he starts pitching next year because he didn't pitch this year.
He throws.
He's a good pitcher as well. So it's crazy that they're 50-50. You're right. Yeah. First ever 50-50. Yeah. Nobody's ever done that. 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases. Well, I thought he had 40. I didn't think he made 50, but we just seen it. Yep. You're right. I just realized that as we saying it and as you said it. Yep. 59 stolen bases. That's insane. 54 home runs and 59 stolen bases this year for Ohtani. That's sick. A beast.
Yeah.
Ugly.
Is Rick Henderson everyone's top 5? No, Rickey Henderson was left fielder. He wasn't a shortstop.
Look at this.
Yeah, Rickey Henderson was left fielder. PYP.
Pete Rose. Look how young he was. He passed away.
Yeah, he passed away this year. You think now they put him in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, you're talking about
I don't know.
Pete Rose.
Pete Rose. They need to put that man in the Hall of Fame.
They do. There's guys in the Hall of Fame. There's guys in the Hall of Fame right now that did worse.
No, you got Mark McGwire in the Hall of Fame.
No, he's not. No,
they didn't put him in.
Nah, Mark McGwire's not in the Hall of Fame.
I thought they was going to put him in.
Nah, he's. I don't think he'll ever get in the Hall of Fame. That's Griffey.
Yeah,
Is that Griffey?
Yeah,
I can't. See. Okay. You got some good ones. You know what? Angel. I'm gonna make a show, and I'm gonna show off my cards.
They definitely need to put Pete Rose in there, though. They definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
That man did too many things for the sport of baseball to not put him in there.
Yeah, and you know what? He didn't even bet against his team. He bet for his team. I'm not saying that's much better, but you know what I'm saying. He there's guys.
I mean, that's the part that I don't get. He bet with his team.
Yeah.
So I would see that it would be wrong if you betting against your team because it's like you trying to fix the game because you betting against your team.
Yeah.
But if you betting with your team, you just got faith in your teammates that y'all gonna win.
Yeah, but there's a bad part of that because he was the manager as well. So he was managing the game differently because he was trying to win. So it changed the game. So it's still wrong.
Nigga, I need all the damn man. I need all the managers to play like Pete Rose so they fucking win.
No, but I'm saying though, but it's still wrong because you're still managing the game wrong. You might have taken a pitcher earlier than he's used to, and you might have pinch hit somebody you shouldn't have because you're trying to get more runs. Like I think it's wrong.
I don't care if it caused your team to win. All managers need to do it. It wasn't against the league for him to do what he did in the game. It was only against the league for what he did outside the game.
I understand that, but I agree with you. I think they should have been let him in the Hall of Fame because I think he paid his, he did the crime, he did the time, right? And I think he deserves it. There's worse players. There's players in let's put it this, there's players in the Hall of Fame now that did worse. Ty Cobb was a POS, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
He was
so
I got books here.
Yeah,
talk about
Ty Cobb was terrible, man, and he's in the Hall of Fame. So they're not going to take him out. So
he was a great baseball player.
Yeah,
that's what everybody told us. Oh my gosh. Ty Cobb was not a good person, guys. No. Agresivo. That's still, you know what? He didn't meet the right person. He didn't. Hey, let me tell you, he's one of the best baseball players of all time, though. Ty Cobb.
Oh. Well, he was one of the best hitters. So but the thing about that, like I'll say, like I said before, like those players were great. Like back then, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, those players were great, but the game was much different than what it was than what it is now. Back then, like I said, all they did was fastballs for the most part, right? And I'm not saying that fastball is easy to hit, but if that's the only pitch that you throw in, eventually you get the timing. If you got a quick swing, you're gonna have a much better chance than the game now where people are changing up speeds and they're throwing off-speed pitches, curveballs and stuff. And it's almost like a guessing game. Hitting is tough in baseball. To me, baseball is the toughest sport to play because it's very mental. You got to guess pitches. You got to have a perfect swing. You got to have good eye. You got to make good eye contact. You got to have a good eye. You got to make good contact. You got to have good eye-back coordination as far as hitting the ball in a certain way. Because if you can have the best swing, and if you miss the ball by like a quarter of an inch, and you think you got a good swing, it's going to pop straight up rather than fly out. So it's, as a guy that played the game for a long time and as a guy that coached the game for a long time, because I coached it a long time, baseball's a tough sport, and it's much harder now than it was back then. No, not to take anything away from those guys that played then, but a lot of those guys built those stats on just hitting nothing but fastballs. So, they didn't get to face a good changeup or good, you had some guys that threw a palm ball or a knuckleball, which is about the same, and that threw hitters off. But it's much different. Yeah.
Phil Negro. You want to see his rookie card? Phil Negro.
Oh, Phil Negro.
Remember?
Rickey was so good. He could have been a 500 home run guy, but he loved getting on base. Yeah. Rickey was a great athlete. And like PYP mentioned before, he could have played running back or linebacker. And, he could have played college ball and probably made the NFL. Right. And his WAR is off the chart for years. And they didn't really start keeping that stat until recently. Right. That's another stat that's getting that people, are using now more now as far as like basing and rating players. Yep, and getting on base is the name of the game. Absolutely. But now in baseball, you don't see stolen bases as much. Everybody's trying to hit home runs now in the game. That's all everybody's trying to do is hit home runs. Nobody's trying to get on base. Nobody's playing small ball. You hardly see hit and runs. Now they can put the DH in play. So I used to like watching a lot of National League baseball games, even though I'm a Yankee fan, because I used to like the double moves. I used to like, it was more strategy in the National League than it was in the American League. But now that everybody's doing a DH, it's not as much, strategic, where you got the pitcher batting up. You're seeing less bunts, and you're seeing less stolen bases. The stolen bases have increased because they changed the rules with the pickoffs, right? You only have a certain amount of pickoffs you can per at bat or per inning. So obviously, I think it's per at bat. So now, if you did 2 pickoffs at first, then the base runner's got an easy time. He's going to get a big jump on the third one because you could pick him off or try on the third try after the second try. But if you don't get him out, he goes to second base. You got to pick him off. So it's a little bit easier now base running than it was before. So maybe those numbers increase stolen bases.
Look how he looks.
Yeah.
Who's that?
I wasn't even in the United States. Phil Negro.
Phil Negro, okay.
Míralo.
And he had a brother that pitched too, Joe Negro, right? It was Joe Negro, Phil and Joe Negro. Yeah. National League is baseball, but it's not the same National League anymore now that they took the pitcher out, that the pitcher can't hit. I used to like it when the pitcher could hit.
Look what I found. Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie, the wizard.
I told you. The wizard. Yeah, the best defensive shortstop of all time.
Yeah, Ozzie Smith doing the he used to do the somersault, the flip.
Yeah, he used to do flips and everything.
Yeah, he was really athletic.
Yeah,
one day we gotta do a show and show off our cards. I got to show you my baseball cards. I got a lot of. I've been doing a lot of soccer cards lately, so I got a lot of soccer players and stuff like that. So I just actually sold one a month ago. I sold what's this guy? And I sold it good because this team, they're not playing well. Holland from Manchester City. In Manchester City, they're not playing well at all. He started out hot in like the first 4 or 5 games. So I sold a card. The card sold for about $1,600. It was an autographed card of Holland from he's from Norway.
You got it on the correct time. That's what you did.
Yeah, I still think it's gonna go up because he's still young and he's a great player. So yeah. Besides Ohtani, name some good pitchers that hit. It's tough because a lot of pitchers didn't get a chance to hit, but CC Sabathia was a good hitter. I don't know if you CC Sabathia could hit.
Yeah, he was. He was.
You remember that guy Livan? What's the name of Duke's brother? Livan Hernandez.
Livan Hernandez.
He used to hit.
Yeah.
The problem is Yeah, he just got a little bit heavy, and then he lost everything. But
Okay.
he had a good streak. Livan Hernandez, guys,
Livan
everybody he could
Hernandez.
hit. Livan, yeah.
I feel like there was another. I remember CC off the back, Sabathia. I feel like there was one more hitter. I can't think straight. I know one of the worst hitters was Bartolo Colon. He was terrible. He was one of the worst hitting pitchers.
What's the Nationals pitcher? The not Max, the other guy, the one we had before Max.
Before Scherzer? You talking about Strasburg, maybe?
Strasburg.
Strasburg.
Yeah.
He was decent. He was decent.
He was a good. I can't remember him as a hitter. Strasburg was really good.
The year that they won the World Series, he hit a couple of home runs that year.
Oh, that's funny you say that. I'm an Arsenal fan too. Arsenal won today, 5-1. In the third, they had some tough games, Arsenal, that they should have won, and they didn't score goals. They had 2 draws in a row. I mean, I know we're talking baseball today, but I could talk soccer all day too. And it's funny. It's hard. I'm talking only because you're an Arsenal fan like me, but they're gonna have to beat Chelsea when they play them. They're gonna have to beat Liverpool, to gain points now. So they're not far from them. It's doable, but they can't be losing these games and getting into draws with teams they should be beating. Saka got hurt today, so hopefully it's not serious. But sorry guys, I just had he just went there, but to Saka. Tom Glavine was a decent hitter. That's right. Tom Glavine was pretty good. Tom Glavine was a good hitter with Atlanta.
Got his rookie card right.
Was David Cone a good hitter? I don't remember David Cone as a good hitter. Maddox was a decent hitter too. You're right. Maddox could hit.
No,
Maddox. There's a few pitchers that was pretty good.
That were decent at hitting. I mean, they weren't hitting home runs like Sabathia was. Sabathia used to hit shots.
Home runs. They was mostly getting singles, getting on base and stuff like that. I mean, they was pretty.
You guys didn't hear the story. You guys didn't hear the story. What happened with Maddox and Ken Caminetti?
No, but I remember Ken Caminetti. I always thought that Ken Caminetti was a roid head. But I what was this? Tell me the story. Maybe I'll remember. But
yeah, you know what Greg Maddox did? He threw him the inside fastball to let him take it out of the park. But then later, he told the catcher, he goes, "Watch this. I'm going outside. I'm going outside. I'm hitting every corner. Now we're gonna get him when it counts in the World Series." And Greg Maddox struck him out 3 times.
Ken Caminetti. What team he was playing for then?
He's a third baseman.
He was a third baseman. I think he played with the Giants a few years. But I remember Ken Caminetti. He was a big guy. I always thought he was on steroids. I always thought he was on steroids. I don't know if it was true, if they found out that he was, but I always thought he was a roid head.
He's a roider. Of course he was.
Yeah.
Everybody, guys, when I was in the early 1990s, everybody was taking steroids. Everybody. Canseco, he looked like a freaking refrigerator. Like this way. Oh, no, everybody. Maguire, that guy gets you by the neck, he'll break your neck. How big his freaking forearms were. They were hitting baseballs 500 feet plus with wooden bats. I'm telling you, everybody was juiced. So was I. I was juiced too. I'll be honest with you. That's how I went to college. That's how I got my degree. That's how I got my house. That's how I got all my stuff.
Nice. You know who I just remembered as who was a good hitter as a pitcher? Dontrell Willis. Remember Dontrell Willis? He started out with the Marlins. He was a phenom. He had the big leg kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like Juan Marichal, that they used to use that leg kick to swing more into the pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was everybody's trying to mimic him too when he came in the league. He was a big strikeout guy.
Yep.
He had that one good year, his rookie year. He wasn't really saying he had some good seasons, but he was a good hitter. He was a good hitter. Mike Hampton was another good hitter. I remember Mike Hampton with Colorado, and then he played with the Mets, or he played with the Mets, then Colorado. I know he played with both teams. He was a good hitter too, Mike Hampton, and he was a pitcher.
Yeah, you know what? Let me tell you, there's a bunch of pitchers that could have been so. Dwight Gooden, also Strawberry. I don't understand them.
Yeah, they got into they got into drugs and stuff. Dwight, they were monsters. The Mets should have won like 2 or 3 World Series. They won in '86. They should have won at least another one. The year the Dodgers won, they beat the Mets. That was when Oral Hershiser came out of nowhere. Oral Hershiser was a monster, and they beat the Mets in the series. That was in '88. So that year, the Mets had a squad. What was that? I'm sorry.
And in 1968, Don Drysdale, or 1969, he had a streak for most innings thrown without letting up a run. Then Oral Hershiser broke that record.
Yeah.
The 2 pitchers from the Dodgers. Yep. Yeah, I got both their rookie cards.
Both nice. Don Drysdale. The Drysdale card has to be worth a lot. That's a big card. He's the only one to pitch a perfect game in the World Series. There's nobody pitched a perfect game in the World Series. Huh?
Don Larson de los Yankees. Check it up for me, please. Check it up. Don Larson, Yankees.
No, Larson. I got him mixed up. You're right. Yeah. Not Drysdale's different. I got him mixed up. Yeah, Larson was the perfect game. You're right. 1,000%.
No, you got it, my brother. No, let me tell you guys.
What he said, Caminetti found dead in Hunts Point. Really?
Yeah, they found. Yep.
I don't remember that.
It was a heart attack or something.
Really? Wow.
It was. I swear it's all the steroids. It's all from steroids.
That's crazy. Well, guys, I just want to come on, just say what's up, and talk a little bit about Rickey. Rickey was a great player. I used to mimic him in the outfield, like with the snatch catch. I think everybody did around my age trying to do that. The snatch catch was good, and then the home run trot for me was epic. I think nobody was doing that what he did. He would show up pitches. Go figure. One of the fastest guys around, stealing all the bases. He's fast around the bases, but very slow when he was hitting home runs. He took his time, and I just think that's just hilarious to me. So I thought that was excellent. So
yeah, have a great night.
You guys have a great night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the video again of Rickey Henderson giving a speech after the home run, and then we'll be back maybe tomorrow, or we'll talk something else. I haven't done boxing in a minute, but we'll get back to our usual stuff eventually. So. If you guys got anything to add, go ahead. Angel, we're gonna talk, and then maybe we could do like a baseball card show or something.
100, you got it.
Okay, I'm gonna get my stuff together.
I got you on Instagram. I'm gonna shoot you my number, or just get my number from Cano.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Cano.
Okay,
That is my brother. Take care.
All right, bro. Take care.
Wake up like
you got it.
Great day, everybody.
D-Free, you there?
Yeah.
So let me just play this one more, and then we'll sign out. Let me just play this again. This is after he broke the stolen base record.
I would like to thank God for giving me that opportunity. I want to thank the Haas family, the Oakland organization, the city of Oakland, and all y'all beautiful fans for supporting me. I would like to thank my mom, my family, friend, and loved one for their support. I want to give my appreciation to the late Tom Trevorhard and the late Billy Martin. Billy Martin was a great manager. He was a great friend to me. I love you, Billy. I wish he was here. Luke Brock was a symbol of great base stealing, but today I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
Rest in peace, Rickey Henderson, the man of steel. So that's all we got today. That's all we're going to talk about today was Rickey Henderson. Hope everybody enjoyed. Appreciate everybody that came through and showed love today. And, maybe we could continue this chat another time, talk some more baseball. We talk everything over here. So, D Free, you got any last words?
Nah, man. May you rest in peace, Rickey. And we'll see y'all on the next one.
All right. Angel, anything? Oh, did he freeze? Oh, he froze up. Let me just remove it.
Yeah, he froze.
He froze. But yeah, man, that's all we got. I appreciate you guys. PYP, I'm gonna hit you up hopefully tomorrow. Maybe we could link up. Maybe we could have you on and we could talk some boxing. I've been wanting to do that for a minute with you and my guy Johnny Boy. So maybe we could have a nice conversation. Me, you, Johnny Boy, and D Free. But yeah, guys, be safe. Have a good night. Rest in peace, Rickey Henderson.